So here are all the parts that will make up the waist unit and the skirt rail guns. A lot of parts here. A lot of parts here. In the manual, it's not seamlessly going from the waist unit to the rail guns, so that, we're going to do both at the same time here, of course. So let's begin with the waist unit itself. First things first, it's the back skirts. We will need this poly cap, and that will go here. And then once that's there, then you take this, put that here. I see that this was not painted properly, but I could always repass it later on. No big deal. So that goes back here, like so. Oh, interesting. You don't even barely see it. Fair enough. So that part is done. The front part will require this little red trim part that goes there. Then we have, let's see if we could do it this way. That goes there. That goes there. And snap that into place like so. There we go. Alright. That pretty much completes. Oh, no. And we have this little part here on the bottom, which of course is designed to cover up the hole for the stand, but this will be removed later on when we display it on the stand. Alright, so this part is this pretty much just completes the waist unit. So we're going to put this here to the side. For the rail guns, we're going to begin with the back skirt weapon part, which pretty much is the blue part first. Has to be in this position, followed by the red trim part, and then there's this little guide there. And that completes that. We'll do the same thing with the other one. Then there's the guide. Good. So that completes that part. For the front rail cannons, you have the red trim part. Actually, no, correction. You have the blue trim part first, followed by the red trim part that goes here. Let's do the other one here. Alright. Now, then we take this, we carefully separate them. Good. Now this is the right hand, the right hand side. So according to this, that goes this way because these stick out the other way around. So that goes there, followed by this one going here, I believe. Oh, wait a minute. The notches going inwards, so give me that. Oh, the notches are okay, so there's nothing unique about this. There are two notches on either end. Okay, fair enough. So we got that. We close these two together. Didn't have to worry about sanding these down because it was already trimmed. It has the trim. Then you have these little blue trims here that will align itself and going into place. You have these little parts here for the connector. Oh really? You're that tough? Yeah, you're that tough. Wow. I hate these parts. And it's in an angle, which is even worse. Hang on a second. I don't want to damage this. We'll put this... You know what? I'm not going to force myself with this because I don't want to damage it. So, let me just finish these up. Okay, good. It didn't break. And this one goes here. And that one goes there. Put this one here. And then we have the beam sabers, which one goes there, and the other one goes there. Then we're going to fold this up. Fold that here. Actually, that was nice and smooth. Let me see if I can put this on. Okay, that one went good because I want to put this on together. Come on, good. Whew. I was a little nervous. A little nervous. So put that there. And we put that here. Good. Alright. The waist unit of the Master Grade Freedom are now complete. Reflective, shiny, bad to the ass. Look at that. Pretty nice. Excellent. Excelente. Let's now move on to the next part of the build. Alright. What you see here are all the remaining parts. The weapons, the wing, the shield, the wings, and the railgun, and the top railgun of the Freedom. Let's begin. Now, I've already did this ahead of time, and there's a little bit of particles being picked up. I'm hoping to wipe this off later on, but to do this, all you need to do is get our red trim, put it here, like so. Take the blue trim, which we cleaned up and unfortunately still shows a little bit of a seam line there, which is pissing me off, but there's so much you could do with this. So much I could do better. So we put this one here, and with friction it actually holds it in. We flip this about, and we put this little. There's a weird notch here, so it should be in this position. And then you push it in, and that completes these railguns. So these two are done, but we're going to get to this in a moment. Now, we'll take this part, and unfortunately we have to separate them because there was no way around this. So take this part, actually, maybe consistent. Excuse me. This one. Then we take this part here, turn it like so, and then feed it through like that. Once it's all the way in, then get the other, this one. Oh, no. Sorry. That's that's why you gotta look at the manual. So alright, I kind of forgot to put this part in there, so I had to remove it and put it together, but that's how it looks. So let's do the other one and make sure we don't forget to do it again. So according to this, before you put that here, you take this part, make sure the notch is facing downwards while the pointy part is facing downwards. Put that through here. Put this through there. Turn this so that stays there. And then you close this up. Come on. Getting this closed is not as easy as you think. Oh, now you don't want to close? That's new. I just had you closed before, and now putting this on, you're giving me this trouble? Hold on a second, let's try. There we go. So I'm using this. Sorry if I'm not on the camera, but I just want to make sure I do this properly. I don't want to do it in the air. And I think I may have messed it up, but I have no idea. Either way. Alright, so these two are in. Fine. Now, the instructions. Let's see what it says here. I did that first, of course. Then, according to this, we take this. Is it this one? I believe it's this. I'm going to take this. We'll put that there. Now we flip this around. Now we take this. That whole thing is like that. And that is held up by this. Which of course the notch is facing that way. Yeah. Like that. Let's see. Alright, so so this is one done, and here are the other four. Didn't want to waste your time watching me doing this 4 times. But once one of them is done, then you take, let's see here. We'll begin with this one right here. Then we take the railgun, this railgun, put this one through here, supposedly. Oh, this thing came off. I don't know. By the way, when putting these parts on, there are little things that fall into place, so one is specific to the other. Alright, so that goes there. Fine. So that one's in there, but we need the other part, this one that goes to this. Good, that snaps into place. And then we take the opposite end, put that in there, like so. There's a lot of dust particles here, but here's what the wing would look like. Let's do the other one. And we need the other part. Goes like that. Good. Then we have this part. Alright. So that completes the wings, but we're not done yet. We still need to build, well, this one's actually done. So all you need to do is put the thruster part here, the thruster pack, And then that one goes in like that. That one goes in like that. And then opening it up to see the wings like so. Nice. Finally, the last part is the detailed shield. And I know that this one I gotta open up like so. And then this one goes here. And then this one closes like so. Surprisingly, you don't have a red circle inside. It's all the part that you're going to be dealing with is this. But you take this part, put it right there, and then latch it onto there. You could do it either or, doesn't matter. And then we have this part that goes here. Snap it into place like so. There's a trim part here. It snaps into place. Make sure it goes all the way in. We have the red trim part that goes here. Pretty much locks that into place. We have this blue trim part that goes here. I'm gonna have to get something to. I mean, I'm doing this with my regular fingers, but I'm not seeing no what do you call it? No fingerprint marks, but it's there. Then we have this part that goes here, and then we have this part that goes there. And that. Oh, one last thing: the beam rifle, which we need to take off this. Slide that into place like so. And then put this back in there. And I forgot there's a clear part that I need to put there. I know where it is. I put it away, so I didn't want to lose it. So there you have it. Rifle, shield, backpack. We are done assembling all the parts. Let's now put together this kit. A long time ago, I purchased the knockoff GD Gundam, or GD model, of what supposedly was supposed to be the metallic version of the Freedom Gundam, and I was slowly disappointed. Today, I've made my own version of the metallic version of the Freedom Gundam. And let's see what it looks like, fully assembled. We will begin with the legs. That one here. I'll put this one here. Okay. Close this up like so. Then we take this shoulder armor here. This shoulder armor here. What I'm trying to do is grab the hole, bend it a bit, and then see if we could squeeze it in. There we go. Alright, so that goes in nice. Repeat. Good. Hopefully I don't have to take that off ever again. Put on the head. Connect the waist to the torso. And then the back, the wings to the back. Adjust this a bit. And there you have it. If you can give me a moment while I pose this properly, I will show you. The Master Grade 1.0 Freedom Gundam metallic version is now complete. And it came out amazing. Alright, so here is a close-up shot of the lengthy work I've done to get this nice and shiny and reflective. I've come across and made mistakes, as you could see there. You see? You could see my somewhat reflection. Definitely I improved on my technique, on my craft, but regardless of how it looks, it still needs a lot of work. Or no, not this kit doesn't need a lot of work. That me painting chrome will take a lot of work for me to do. I don't see myself repeating this type of technique on this kit again, but I thought, wow, that looks nice. Just seeing my hand reflecting came out amazing. There is some gripes, of course. This is an old kit. I mean, we're talking 12 years old. And with the recent release of the 2.0 kit, we're seeing, we're seeing some major improvements over the original. Look at that. That just came out amazing. Again, you forgive me with all these particles and stuff like that. I mean, I just wiped it off with the microfilament cloth, but regardless, it still came out okay. I'm done with this. This came out good, and of course, it's a little back heavy, but it's what you expect with a mobile suit with wings. Of course, this kit is not done without me putting on the beam rifle, and I did put a little bit of paint on this, as we all know. And if I just do the technique right here and use friction, and it does hold to a certain degree, not completely. There we go. There we go. You gotta get the thumb over the forefinger. That way it can go over. There's tricks. There are tricks to figure these things out. So that's easy. The shield, of course. You can put this here, like so, and then there's this here, so it can hold on to this part. I want to make sure I don't accidentally scratch the paint. I guess we could leave it this way for now. So the shield is there. You can remove, I believe, the little parts. Let me read the instructions a bit. You could do it that way, or you could do it that way. So, yeah. So by removing one of these guys, you can connect the shield to this, which we're going to leave it the way for, like this for now. But I guess the last thing we're going to do is we got to do its signature pose. Oh, of course, the signature. So we're going to open up the wings like that, and then that goes over like that, and that goes like that. Wow. flip that down like that. I think I may be doing it wrong, but I'll check the manual soon enough. So that goes like that, and this one goes there. Oh, there you go. Oh, but we need to do the railgun, the waist railgun, so that goes around like that, and open that. Open this, open that. Oh wow, that came out nice. Amazing. Of course, the last thing, of course, is to do the stand. So I'm going to remove this part, put that here to the side. Stick that in there. Wait a minute, I'll make sure I stick it in right. Okay, good. And then let's just put it in the right pose. Just make sure this is right. There we go. I'm not digging the stand because the stand is kind of like wobbly and it's opened up. I guess it's folded out or in a weird archy way, but regardless, it will definitely serve its purpose. Alright, I'm sorry if I'm not showing this off on camera, but let's adjust it a bit. And there we are. And let's get some light on here. Yes, some decent light for a decent looking kit. Amazing. Pretty good. Okay, so let me see if I remove this one so you guys can see a little bit better. Yeah, that's good. It's a lot easier that way. Alright, there you have it. I did it. I successfully metallic painted a Gundam kit that is at least a little bit more reflective. I remember when I got this kit a long time ago and I said I want to do this, but of course doing it with, at the time it was acrylic paint using chrome as a base and then using clear dark blue, maybe clear light blue, clear red, and I've done that before with the Destiny, with the Master Grade Destiny a long time ago, if you guys remember that one. And I said to myself, it will never be what I want. Then, of course, when Alclad was introduced, and I did it with the Tallgeese. Tallgeese came out okay, but it wasn't what I was looking for, and I was saying, what am I doing wrong? What am I missing? And as I'm using the same paint over and over on other kits, I said to myself, I got to sit down and read or do more research. Thankfully, with reading up on Alclad's website, and of course you guys out there on YouTube, I want to thank all of you guys for showing me the techniques and the ideas and the videos from other people who have done this type of work. I was able to achieve what I wanted. Nice. Very, very nice. So what do you guys think? Did I do a good job or not? I don't know. This was not a kit for competition. This is actually for fun. And needless to say, I am not going to do this again for this year. I'm kind of all chromed out, as you could say. Oh yeah, I am planning to get the 2.0 version of this, but it will not be chromed up. That I leave the distinction of that for this kit. When I get the 2.0 version, that's a different story. But for this, I like it. Came out pretty good. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. I hope you guys got some great, took some ideas out of it and liked it. And well, let's just say you hope you guys liked it. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching this lengthy build. It just pretty much went up to 11, of course. And what can I say but stay tuned for more Gundam models yet to come. You guys all have a great day.